My number one criteria for every horror movie I see, I just need it to be something I've never seen before. That's my one requirement. But this pulled it off.
Hello, movie friends. Welcome back to the show. James and I just saw the new horror film Barbarian last night. We had a blast. It was really excellent. James was shaking in his seat the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to do a spoiler-free review because it just came out, but we really think any fans of horror should check this movie out.
Yeah, it was written and directed by Zach Kreger, who you may know from The Whitest Kids You Know, that old sketch comedy crew. He was one of the founding members with Trevor Moore, who passed away, I think, last year.
Trevor Moore died?
Yeah, he passed away.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's only like in his 40s.
Wow.
But it was sudden. R.I.P. He was a very funny guy.
Yeah, he was funny.
So Zach Kreger was one of the co-founding members of the three guys who started Whitest Kids You Know. So it's really cool to see him go from that into probably he's been working on the script for a while and get it made. And writing and directing your own feature is such an accomplishment. And this was an excellent original horror film. I was terrified. I wouldn't say it's the scariest movie I've seen this year. I still think The Black Phone for me was very scary. That movie scared the crap out of me. But this is being advertised as one of the scariest movies in years, and it's up there. It's very terrifying. We've had a great year of horror between The Black Phone, Nope, and this, and we still have a couple more films coming out. We have that movie Smile coming out that looks really cool. So I loved it. It was terrifying. It was so funny too.
Yeah.
And also, he did a great job writing this film and directing, keeping you on your toes, and you don't really know what's going on. You think it's about one thing, but it ends up being about something completely different. Blown away by the original idea.
And also, it's like the way it's structured is like a bunch of vignettes that are tied together. It's not really like one story or one character's arc. There's multiple characters that have like their own woven plots that go from one to the other. I like how he bounced around, and he kept it fresh and exciting, and you think the movie and the direction and the plot's going in one direction, then all of a sudden he's like, no, actually I'm going to go here. I really liked how he played with the storytelling structure, and the cast did a terrific job. Justin Long is hysterical in this. He's great. Also, Bill Skarsgard is awesome. It's great to see him. I mean, the more roles he has, not in makeup, is better, so audiences can see how he's a very talented actor. And Georgina Campbell, who's the lead of this movie, she did a phenomenal job. She was excellent, very charming, very charismatic, but very good at emoting. I thought she stole the show in terms of acting. And then also the guy who played Joe Chill in Batman Begins, I can't remember his name. He has an important role in this film as well. He did a very good job as well.
So a quick synopsis for Barbarian. Traveling to Detroit for a job interview, a young woman books a rental home. But when she arrives late at night, she discovers that the house is double booked and a strange man is already staying there. Against her better judgment, she decides to spend the evening, but soon discovers that there's a lot more to fear than just an unexpected house guest. And this is kind of really authentic to real life, and it seems so real, you know. You book an Airbnb, what would happen if someone was already staying there? They booked it on a different app, or they booked it at the same time, and somehow you ended up at the same place the same night. It's a great concept to start a horror movie, and it really is engaging and interesting, and it seemed authentic and real too.
It seemed like a real situation, and both actors, Campbell and Skarsgård, are really terrific together. Their scenes together really worked, and I like how Kreger was very patient with the first act of this film, really setting it up, really establishing. And he's great. He did a great job of creating unease and tension with the filmmaking and the camera work. He shot on a couple of different aspect ratios, actually, and with different formats.
There's a film format, too.
Yeah, there's a 16 millimeter film format, and then also combined with digital, and it looked really cool. I think the cinematography is very well done because this film, if you've seen the trailer, basically takes place in one location for the most part. And so how do you make that interesting visually if you're just in different parts of one house for most of the film? I think he did a terrific job with the cinematographer of keeping the visuals interesting, keeping it the audience stimulated with what they're looking at. The framing, the camera work was really precise. The direction was really great. Very minimalist, not that many cuts, especially when he was using film. It was really well established what the tone was through the visual camera work. I think the direction actually was the strongest part of the film.
Oh, it's so well made, very well executed, and man, it makes you get more scared, but also the tonal shifts were excellent too. You end up having a lot of fun at times, and in addition to feeling so much fear and dread. on Rotten Tomatoes, this is at a 94% critic score, 79% audience score. I'm pretty surprised. I thought
79, wow.
Everyone at the audience we went to seemed
Had
to
a
have
good
a
time.
great time.
Yeah.
And then IMDb, it's up to a 7.7, but it's only 752 reviews. It just came out on Thursday night for the early screening, started at 7 p.m. And now, obviously, this is the opening weekend, so we'll see how it does. I'm not sure what the budget is, but it looks like it couldn't have been more than like $3 to $5 million.
Yeah, minimal.
I hope it makes money because it was just as good as The Black Phone, and that was my favorite horror movie of the year so far. And it was just completely original and unique, and I've never seen anything like it. My number one criteria for every horror movie I see, I just need it to be something I've never seen before. That's my one requirement, in addition to being scary. But this pulled it off. The Black Phone pulled it off. Nope pulled it off. And so that's what I think is the greatest strength to any new horror movie is, can it be original? Can it show me something new?
The director played with a lot of the tropes and a lot of the stereotypical things we'll see in a horror setup. A lot of the same moments, but then he kind of takes it in his own direction, and you think something's going to happen, and then he shocks you. So the screenplay was surprising, and it was unexpected in a lot of ways, and you didn't really know what was going to happen next, and you didn't really know where it was going. So to say this was unpredictable is super accurate. I want all stories and films to be pretty unpredictable. I don't want to already guess the ending within the first act of the movie. So
Exactly.
I think that he did a terrific job keeping the audience on its toes and keeping us interested on and intrigued of what's going to happen next and where's this leading to. And I thought it was just really well paced, really well balanced for storytelling. Every character had a really intricate plot point and different reason for being there. And also the characters are, I think, really well fleshed out. And he got a bunch of really great performers. They're all very good actors, and they all worked well in their scenes.
Yeah, and the production just got their money's worth. They used their budget so effectively. Production design was great. The sets were great, even though there weren't that many. And I think they just did such a great job execution-wise with this movie. And I hope it makes money because I'd love to see his next movie. He's
definitely going to make
it was exceptional. I mean, for a debut film, he directed like Whitest Kids You Know's movies and those shorts and stuff like that. Trevor Moore was his co-director on they did a couple movies.
I think Trevor was always the number
one. They did Miss March.
And then Trevor, the one he starred in.
Yeah, they both were in it. And then there's another one that they directed together too, but this is like his first solo feature debut film, so I think it's a really huge accomplishment. Congratulations to Gregor on that, so that's really cool. But I highly recommend going to see this. Go see it blind. We didn't watch any trailers. The only thing I knew about this movie, besides that Bill Skarsgård was in it, was that we read a synopsis about it on Movie News, one of our Movie News episodes, like a month ago. We just read the synopsis about this horror movie starring Bill Skarsgård and Georgina Campbell about an Airbnb where two guests booked the same night and they end up at the same house. And I have no idea what it was going to be about, but word of mouth, this movie is got so many great reviews from people who got early screenings and stuff like that. And I didn't watch a single trailer. I've seen a couple posters. Whenever I saw anything about it on social media, I just swiped away real quick. I didn't want to get spoiled at all. I highly recommend just go into this movie blind as hell in terms of not knowing the plot, not seeing trailers or photos or anything, and you will enjoy it so damn much because I don't even know what the trailer shows. So I
saw the trailer. And it was nothing.
All right, cool.
Yeah, they didn't show anything.
Perfect, because there's so much about this movie that you would never guess is going to happen.
Yeah, and this movie is really funny.
It really is.
I was cracking up constantly, and it has a terrific balance of the horror and humor. Justin Long really knocks it out of the park in terms of just really being entertaining to watch and
really firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, he plays like a character that, like, I don't want to spoil it. Surprised how funny it was.
Let's not say too much more, and that's about it. So we'll keep this spoiler free. Definitely go see Barbarian in theaters. It's coming out this weekend. I hope you enjoy it. I think at the end of this year we should definitely do, maybe in October, like best horror films of the year, because I think
definitely
pretty much most of the horror movies will have come out, I believe, so far by the time October rolls around.
By Halloween. There'll be a couple.
So that'd be cool.
Well, we gotta wait for Halloween ends.
Halloween ends.
Evil dies tonight. Also, the movie Smile, I don't know what to make of it.
The trailer's good.
Yeah.
The trailer's good.
Yeah, but it looks like it could be awful, but it also looks like it could be amazing.
I think my guess is that studios didn't expect it to be as good as it came out, and that's why they bought it and like they put it out. Because I remember seeing trailers for it in theaters like 5 months ago, and I bet studios are like, let's move this a little further back because this actually is going to be a good movie. Whatever studio has it.
Yeah, I think it's 20th.
Because the same thing happened with The Black Phone, where The Black Phone was supposed to come out in February. Then they're like, actually, this movie is freaking awesome. Let's push it to, June. or May.
It's June, yeah.
And gets to, and have a great box office, which it did. So I think Smile might be good. The trailer's enticing as hell.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Again, something new I've never seen before. That's all I want. That's all I want.
Everyone looks so happy in it.
Wonder how I got these scars. All right, that wraps our spoiler-free review of Barbarian. Hope you have time to check it out. Make sure you stay tuned for movie news tomorrow. And also, we have great episodes this week coming to you, as well as awesome episodes from last week. So take care, everybody. Thank you for watching Raiders of the Lost podcast. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button as well, notifications for sure. Listen to the show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, everywhere you can listen to podcasts. And be sure to check out this other content we have on our YouTube channel.